the very first time.
What happened? We picked up prayer. Let's pray. Let us pray.
ezi onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, Chukwu okike abịa ma bụ onye anyị na-efe na-agọzi aha nsọ ya, onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-achị, na onye mmụọ na mmadụ na-erubere isi, na onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ ọka aka. Ụbọchị ene ka anyị na-etuga ezi ebube dị ngọzi, mmalite na ọgwụgwụ, ndị gboo wee tụọ oge ebighị ebi. Onye nwe m, ụmụ gị wee gbakọọ n'ụwa niile iwe nara ozi ọma nke gị onwe gị n'ezi ha site n'ọnụ mmadụ dị ndụ na nke ebere dị ngọzi. Anyị wee na-asị na onwe ihe ọbụla nke anyị onwe anyị bụ n'ihi na ọ bụ anụkpa ahụ sọsọ ka mmadụ dị ndụ bụ. Ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ, maka na okwu nsọ gị na-adịgị ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi, n'ihi na okwu gị niile ga-abịarịrị na mmezu. Ọbịa mere Biafra ga-eji wee bịa na mgbe nke anyị. Anyị wee na-akpọkụ wee na-arịọ gị na-asị, lekwa ude nke anyị na-asụ n'akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka o metụta gị n'obi. Onye nwe m na Chineke nna nke igwe, biko dịka isi wee napụta ụmụ gị n'ọbụ n'Ijipt ka otu wee wezuga ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra mgbe ekwensu bụ zuu nke mmadụ dị ndụ kere. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, na-asị gị n'ime ọnọdụ anyị na-anyị ga-ekele ha nsọ gị, wee nye gị nsọpụrụ ụtọ na-eji ama mgbe niile, n'ihi na anyị enweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị nwe anyị anaghị efe arụsị. Ọbịa mere iji wee na-agọzi nsọmụkwụ anyị niile. Ọbịa mere IPOB ji wee gbaa mgbọrọgwụ n'ụwa niile. Anyị anaghị atụ egwu mmadụ dị ndụ. Anyị wee na-eto gị eze ebube dị ngọzi, sị gị biko gbatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka. Ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye anyị refe nwanyị akpụ isi ala nye, ka i wee napụta ndị gị n'ọbụ nke ekwensu. Anyị wee na-enye gị ofe na nsọpụrụ na ija mma, na-asị lekwa ka ndị iro anyị niile ka kasị wee baa ha ọnụ, ha wee daa hapụ ikonye ọzọ. Obodo ekwensu ka isi ala n'ihi eze ebube dị ngọzi. Anyị ọnwa anyị bụ ụmụ gị wee na-akpọkwa ha nsọ gị, na-asị na emeghị chi ọzọ egwezuga gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, wee na-eto gị, na-asị onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana nwe onye kere na n'otuto niile na nsọpụrụ niile, ịja mma niile site n'ebighị ebi ka na-arịọ gị. Ise ise ise
ise. Okay. Now I want us to open up with this first message from Mazin Namdekan. I welcome every one of you to this morning's program. My name is Raphael Chamaka Jere. I am the Acting Minister of Information, Biafra Republic Government in Exile. I greet you all. The tidings are not good, but God, Chukwokika Biama, has given us assurance. Oh my God. He has given us assurance that everything is going to be good. While Nicki Minaj, a celebrity pop star I don't know her brand of music. Someone who ordinarily in the church, some of these church people will not even welcome. They will call her an unbeliever. From her mouth is coming the message of hope for Christians. And some Christians are condemning her. Some very religious people are condemning her. People like Ruben Apeface Abati. While she was at the UN lending her voice because she has a very large following, she was still there when terrorists entered a church in Kwara, unalived 3 people, took the pastor away. While they were live, this thing was on live TV, live. There was a live streaming from that church yesterday. The news came out to us. And do you know what is heartbreaking? Do you know what is heartbreaking? Nigeria government are still denying Christian genocide. And when you call it Christian genocide, they'll spark up. I'm going to bring you a video because you know what they have done now, what Nigeria government have done? APC and PDP and Fulani terrorist government. You know what they have done? They have employed online bloggers, some of the brushed up Fulani and their sympathizers, those that are on their payroll. They are now online debunking the genocide or giving it a different narrative to confuse the gullibles. But I give God to Kokikabiama the glory that Donald J. Trump is not gullible. That already there are Christians within the United Nations, because I know that at the helm of affairs in United Nations, there are wicked, blood-sucking demons also. But the Christians, especially the ambassador, United States ambassador to the United Nations, is standing up. He gave Nicki Minaj a platform yesterday. Before Nicki Minaj came up, they have already been gaslighting her. Thank God for her. You know what it means? What it means is that all these your evil political preachers, they are done for. Any one of you subscribing or submitting to them, you are on your way, on the highway to hellfire. There's one unique thing about this man you are seeing on your screen. Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. Do you know that Nigerians are not ashamed that Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, who was kidnapped from Kenya, who has won and has put disgrace on the judicial system of Nigeria, is still going from place to place, going from one courtroom to the other, from office to the other, to show evidence that he won his case and that he was kidnapped in Kenya. And the president of Nigeria recently was talking about how important judiciary is. And you know, in the gathering where Tinubu, the lifeless ancestor, was saying those things, they were singing, "On your mandate we shall stand, on your mandate." And I'm asking myself, a man who is telling you that judiciary should not be biased and it is only under judiciary that this system will be saved, you are heaping praises on your mandate on him, and he stole an election. Oh, Tinubu did not win election, he stole election. The same judiciary he is telling you that are the hope of Nigeria, they are the corrupted ones that gave him the election that he stole. Can't you see that Nigeria is a joke? Donald Trump need to come quicker. Donald Trump must come quicker. Oh God. Donald Trump must come quicker, because every day there is a delay. You see what happened in Kwara? They are repeating it with alacrity. They don't care. The government are aiding them, the military aiding them. Do you know that in that country, a top military officer, whom I mistook to be a Biafran, but because I wonder why his name is Oba. Oba, Mohammed Oba. I don't know the meaning of that Oba, whichever way they said is a Mohammed. Though I know that there are so many Igbos that are converting to Mohammed these days, but anyway, that's not the subject matter. An army general was also kidnapped, taken out, and slaughtered like a cow. And do you know what? Some of these online vendors that this Fulani government have rented are busy talking about, the importance of cow, comparing it to human being, and narrating something differently, and condemning Nicki Minaj. I will go to that video, but first and foremost, I want you to listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for you to know that, look, all these braggadocious about Nigeria all these years, it has come to an end because a man with a pure heart, with a sincere intention, told them earlier that, look, no matter how powerful you are, this is the finger of God at work. And evidently, we can see it. Yes, Nigeria should not continue, because for Nigeria to continue, it means that kidnapping will continue, untimely death will continue, evil will continue, terrorism will continue. So, Nigeria is already a divided nation. So the best thing is, look. Some of them will say, Biafrans, that's why Biafrans, all these Biafra people, all these IPOB people, that's why they are supporting Donald Trump. Why wouldn't we support Donald Trump? What is enduring about Nigeria? What is good about Nigeria? What can you say interestingly about Nigeria? Anyway, I have a lot of videos to play this morning, but let's just listen to what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said over 6 years ago. Or yes, over 6 years ago, when ESN was launched. This was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu speaking to them. Now listen, for you to know that the power play right now, it is not human, it is God. It is the Almighty himself.
For the very first time, the zoo will be destroyed. Not that we may just get Biafra, so that when this story is written, our children will know that God did it, not man. Man put their faith in their chariots, Britain, you have a member of the, for the very first time, the zoo will be destroyed. Not that we may just get Biafra, so that when this story is written, our children will know that God did it, not man. Man put their faith in their chariots, Britain, you have a member of the UN Security Council, you're very strong, you're powerful. All these criminal US ambassadors coming to Nigeria, yeah, you have money, you are US, you will always support Fulani. You people are openly supporting terrorists because of money, because they bribe you, because Halliburton has all your concessions, because there is a Shell and everything. Everybody's milking Biafra. Because of that, it is better we support terrorists to kill the innocent. And your diplomats. Your diplomats presiding over the slaughter of the innocent. You cannot speak the truth. We are in the middle of a war. The Fulanis have levied war on every indigenous population, ethnic group in Nigeria.
Now, did you listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was not even addressing it from the Christian point of view. The Fulanis have levied war against every indigenous people in Nigeria. Hello? Every indigenous people in Nigeria. And again, why Christians are at the crossroad and actually at the receiving end is that their hate for Christianity already is brutal. It's brutal. Do you understand? Their hate for Christianity is brutal. So that's why Christianity is a no-go area. But for them, indigenous people must be wiped out. Fulani must take over. That is from the angle Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was coming from. Indigenous people. And they have been systematically doing this. And all this Britain and all the ambassadors that they were brought to Nigeria, they were supporting it. Look at it. Nigeria will overcome current challenges, says British Commissioner. Nigeria tech starts up, raise 700 billion in 2021, US ambassador. Very terrible people. during the days Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was still preaching. But today, Donald J. Trump, the man at the King's Gate for us, has taken over.
And everything, everybody's milking Biafra. Because of that, it is better we support terrorists to kill the innocent. And your diplomats.
Hey!
Your diplomats presiding over the slaughter of the innocent. You cannot speak the truth. We are in the middle of a war. The Fulanis have levied war on every indigenous population, ethnic group in Nigeria. All of you can say it. All you can say is invite the Sarakin or Sarakin Fulani Lagos. Not the Oba of Lagos, no. Sarakin Fulani Lagos means the supreme Fulani ruler in Lagos. Because the US ambassador has taken money from Nigeria. Very soon her tour of duty will come to an end and she will go. She will become a multimillionaire. That is why they all want to come to Nigeria. Because Fulani will pay very well to suppress the news, to stop the truth from going out. And all of you will suffer if you don't repent. You will suffer. Mark my words somewhere, you will suffer if you don't repent from your evil ways. You take money from murderers and from killers to suppress the truth. Biden doesn't know what is happening in Nigeria because they rely on the ambassador to feed them accurate information. And that is not happening because they've been bribed. And that is why people are dying in Nigeria. Nigeria is the only place in turmoil, not making it onto the front pages of newspapers all over the world. Nobody talks about it because they are all compromised. They've been bribed.
Thank you, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, I want you to listen to this before I'll play that Fulani narrative.
State.
Now, hold on. Listen to this. This yesterday.
This clueless government is denying Christian genocide by every means necessary. Why? Yesterday evening in Kwara State, a church named CAC was attacked by Fulani Islamic terrorists. And guess what? They killed 3 people at the spot, kidnapped pastor and several church members in Kwara State. Now this one happened. Christians has been kidnapped and killed again in Kwara State. And guess what? When all these things was going on, the mighty Nigerian police, where the tear gas protesters up and down, were nowhere to be found. The almighty Nigerian military, both the army, both the navy, and both the air force, was nowhere to be found when these things were going on yesterday. Now, here is the video footage of what happened the last moment before the Fulani Islamic terrorists attacked the church yesterday, kidnapped people and fired people. This is the live stream of the church. They have released it. Do you understand now? Now, after they will say that there's nothing like Christian genocide, these people that were killed yesterday and kidnapped, who are they? Are they Muslims? These Fulani terrorists with their Osman Danfodio agenda to wipe out others and declared Islamic Caliphate. I don't know if this thing will happen or not. Do you understand now? But the way I'm seeing this, what it means right now is that the whole Middle Belt has been captured by Fulani Islamic terrorists. Let's watch the video footage and share it so that shame go to catch this government.
Shame go no they catch them. Oh, they are terrorist government. Shame no they catch them. Now I want us to listen to this. This boy is a Fulani boy, very popular on TikTok, on everywhere. Look at him with army cap. Maybe he's an army recruit. Maybe he's a repentant Boko Haram. I don't know. Obviously, he might be a repentant Boko Haram. He might be. You understand? Now, listen to what he was saying here and see the narrative they pay. So they come. Now, the thing is overwhelming. The evidence is overwhelming. What are they trying to do? They are trying to use Takia to gaslight. Why they are telling you, yes, they admit genocide or they admit the killing, yeah, they mix it up and they are criticizing those that mean well, those that have the evidence, those that have come out, who has been quiet before, but now are speaking. They want to gaslight them. Now, Fulani have employed people like this idiotic boy. I took this video because you need to hear the narrative. Anybody that doesn't have sense, anybody that have lost his sense of reasoning, when they listen to this boy, You know what they will do? They say, look at them, is it not Fulani? They have admitted it now. But look, why did that pastor lie now? Why did the pastor Ezekiel lie? Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj that is always twerking. What does she know? She doesn't know anything now. Why are they bringing her? Like Ruben Apeface Abati. Thunder. God. Everything good in this life. May God deprive it from Ruben Apeface Abati. Ruben Abati. My God, over and over again, upon Shigi, God will destroy you. Ruben Apeface Abati. God will destroy you. I lay a curse on you today, Ruben Apeface Abati. God will destroy you, ruin you, everything you represent, destroy you completely. You are making mockery of Nicki Minaj. God ruin you. Damn you. Now, listen to this shameless Fulani recruit.
So a lot of things happened today regarding Christians killings in Nigeria, and we are here to talk about it.
A lot of things happened today about Christian killings in Nigeria, and he is here to talk about it. Now, listen to what he's talking about. Christian killings in Nigeria. Already, immediately, this Fulani, his brothers, entered into the church and massacred people and took some away. Now he wants to talk about it. Now listen to what he's talking about. Listen to this idiot.
So a lot of things happened today regarding Christians killings in Nigeria, and we are here to talk about it. First one is Nicki Minaj went to the United Nations to address the world regarding Christians killings in Nigeria. Trust me on this, Nicki Minaj does not know what she's talking about. She's just delusional. She only read what was given to her by her masters. Nothing more, nothing less. The second one is...
Now, listen to these goats. Nicki Minaj does not know what is happening in Nigeria. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She only read what was given to her by her masters. Now, what did Nicki Minaj read? The same genocide and killings in Nigeria you want to talk about. Oh. That is what Nicki Minaj read. And you say she doesn't know what she's talking about. What she read, is it true? It is true. You can't debunk what she read. But your own idea now is that she only read what was given to her. She doesn't know what she's talking about. God punish you. Your time is up. You know what? Your time is up. The question is, what did Nicki Minaj read? What did Nicki Minaj read? What is it? Is it true or false? Is Nicki Minaj ignorant of what is happening in the world? The president of America is the president of Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is an American. Her president, Donald J. Trump, have told them what is happening in Nigeria. And she has seen it. She has over 28 million fans on Twitter, you moron. You moronic terrorist. Nicki Minaj has 28 million followers on Twitter. And you say she doesn't know what she's talking about? And 28 million people are following her? You see how demented you are? You see how senseless? In fact, you are better to appear like a cow than a human being. Someone with over 28 million. Someone who travels the whole world. Someone who is very, very versatile and open. Has so much knowledge, so much awareness. You say she doesn't know what she's talking about? You think she's a dumb like you? Eh? She doesn't know what she's talking about. She's just reading what was given to her. No wonder you people believe in cow. Because a cow is better than you. She doesn't know what she's talking about because she's just reading what she's... Now, look at them. They are debunking, you know. They are come to debunk. You want to debunk Nicki Minaj. But come with facts now. If you want to debunk, come with facts. Come with figures. Tell us Nicki Minaj is a terrorist. Or Nicki Minaj wants to do something else and give us evidence with nothing. She doesn't know what she's talking about because she has given her voice. You have to start your demonic narrative with her because you know that her voice has weight more than yours. You demonic terrorist.
In Nigeria. And we are here to talk about it. First one is Nicki Minaj went to the United Nations to address the world regarding Christians killings in Nigeria. Trust me on this, Nicki Minaj does not know what she's talking about. She's just delusional. She only read what was given to her by her masters. Nothing more, nothing less. The second one is Pastor Reverend Ezekiel Dachom that went on Piers Morgan's program to lie. I don't know.
Now, this goat is talking about Ezekiel Dachomo that went on Piers Morgan's platform and he said he went there to lie. Before Ezekiel Dachomo went on Piers Morgan, the shameless minister of foreign affairs of the zoo already went there also Okay, did he go there to say the truth? Did the minister of foreign affairs, did he say the truth there? What was Piers Morgan telling him? Piers Morgan was obviously telling him, I am asking you a question and you are denying it. You are not even admitting it. You don't have any evidence. He was doing like this, doing like this, doing like this, trying to get evidence from the ground. He was looking for evidence on the ground. How many churches were destroyed? How many Christians were murdered? Let me tell you, from 2005 years ago, Piers Morgan said since 2009, how many? She first of all said 50 something. Then later he said 102 attacked, not destroyed. That if he admitted that 102 churches were attacked, okay, how many mosques? Since he says it's not a Christian genocide, how many mosques were attacked and destroyed? How many? So that we will compare and contrast. You didn't address that one. You pick up Ezekiel Dachomo. Your end has come. You know, before, all these idiots, they don't come out to talk. They don't come out. They're always sitting there. You know why? Because they have Barack Obama, they have Joe Biden, and they were preparing for Kamala Harris to come, or Hillary Clinton to come, so that they will continue and completely overwhelm us. But now, the God of justice, the God of truth, the God of light, the God of the sun have risen, and now they are running kata kata and kitty kitty. You did not address your foreign minister. I want to address Dachomo. Now address him and let me debunk you. Listen to him. He said Reverend lied.
Reverend Ezekiel Dachomo that went on Piers Morgan's program to lie. I don't know why, but why is it becoming normal for some pastors to go on live TVs and spread lies? As a pastor, are you not ashamed of yourself to lie? Before I start debunking the lies he told on live TV, let me tell you the fact. We all agree that Christians are being killed in Nigeria. But
okay, you have agreed. We all agree. We all agree. No, before now you did not agree. Now you agree. You agree. Okay, thank God you now agree. That's your agreement. Now there we go nail you.
All agree that Christians are being killed in Nigeria. But Christians are not the only victims of insecurity in Nigeria. First lie by Pastor Reverend Michael. He said Muslims created Boko Haram to overthrow Goodluck Jonathan's government. Meanwhile, Boko Haram started during Eradua's time. It started when Eradua was president.
Now, if Boko Haram was not created to remove Goodluck Jonathan, what business did Obama have in coming to interfere in Nigeria election? What business? If Boko Haram was not set up or engineered to remove Goodluck Jonathan, what was Tinubu, Buhari, and the rest of them doing in Joe Biden's office in America? What were they doing? What were they doing in America? Was it whose office that time? Was it Barack Obama? What were they doing in America? Calling America to come. What were they doing in America? Were they not there to tell them that Christians have been tormented and that Goodluck Jonathan was the reason? Thank you, Gaddafi of Biafra. What were they doing? If it was not to remove Goodluck Jonathan. Now you want to come and debunk Ezekiel because Ezekiel said that Boko Haram was set up to remove Goodluck Jonathan. Yes. Yes. They were set up to remove a Christian leadership. The time of Yaradua we are talking about, how many was Yaradua having that issue in the government? Were there kidnapping of all sorts? When was the Chibok girls? When did they kidnap Chibok girls? Was it not during Jonathan? So how dare you come here and say you want to debunk the Reverend, that the Reverend lied? Okay, he lied about Goodluck Jonathan being the reason, but he did not lie about the Christian genocide, did he? You shameless moron. I thought you would come and tell us that he lied about Christian genocide. So the only lie he said was that Boko Haram was not set up to remove Jonathan. But was Boko Haram set up in the first place? Who set Boko Haram up? Since you want to come and debunk something, tell us now. Is it Ezekiel Dachomo that set up Boko Haram? Who set up Boko Haram? And what are the functions and the workings of Boko Haram? As you are debunking this man, why are you not debunking the Sultan of Sokoto, who is blessing Boko Haram and saying that their name is not Boko Haram, but you are calling them Boko Haram? Do you know that your Sultan said that their name is not actually Boko Haram? Why are you not debunking that? You shameless moron. You know, some of them think that they are the only one on this space. No, they will just come out and talk. He's lying, he's lying. Sultan of Sokoto Nko, why did you not debunk him? Did he not come and say that Boko Haram is not Boko Haram? Okay, how about jihad? Jihad is not really to take another life. Okay, jihad is a walk on the park. It's a picnic. What jihad means is picnic. Go ahead and listen to your Sultan of Sokoto. Shameless cow brain. Cow brain. Idiots. Pastors come and lie.
Jonathan's government. Meanwhile, Boko Haram started during Eradua's time. It started when Eradua was president, Jonathan was vice president. And this man said it was created purposely to overthrow Goodluck Jonathan's government because he was Christian. Pastor, are you not ashamed of yourself?
No, Fulani, are you not ashamed of yourself that you are not even debunking your terrorist government? You are not debunking government. Boko Haram were found in the house of your vice president. How about that? How about that, you shameless moron? How about that? Boko Haram they're having open negotiation with guns in Katsina. How about that? A Boko Haram man who took the life of a senior police chief in Katsina took his uniform and was wearing his uniform with the name of the police chief and the uniform, coming for a peace talk with that uniform. How about that? You shameless cow brain. How about that? No, you will not see that one. No, you are going after Ezekiel Dachomo, a man who has single-handedly buried thousands of people. This man, okay, why didn't you debunk the fact that he told Piers Morgan that he personally conducted the burial of 501 people in a mass grave? How about that? I thought you would come and tell us that was a lie. No, you will say it was a lie because we have their names on marble. We have the names of the people that this man, this pastor, buried on a mass grave. 501 in one day. Just one attack. Oh, you didn't come to debunk it. You are coming to debunk that he lied, that Goodluck Jonathan is not the reason. But you are admitting here now that Goodluck Jonathan was the vice president during Yaradua. Oh, okay, Goodluck Jonathan was even in that government of Yaradua. And they are telling you that they were set up because of Goodluck Jonathan, and you are saying it's a lie. You see them? They're everywhere on social media, everywhere, trying to debunk. These are terrorists. Terrorists.
Then Jonathan was vice president. And this man said it was created purposely to overthrow Goodluck Jonathan's government because he was Christian. Pastor, are you not ashamed of yourself? Boko Haram began their attack during Eradua's time, who was a Muslim. And up to now, if you track their record, their attack has not been specifically on Christians. It has been on both, on everyone, like they attack every Nigerian. And secondly, he said the attacks or the insecurities in the Middle Belt, which is the North Central, is also basically an attack against Christians, which is another lie on live TV because one, the crisis there is basically or directly between farmers and haters. What we are seeing online.
You see, farmers and haters. Now go. I want you. The place that actually got me angry is where you will see him now telling you how important their cows are. Listen to him. You know this story of farmers and herders. You know we have suppressed it. So he's trying to tell you it is basically farmers and herders. Eh? Okay, now listen.
Basically or directly between farmers and haters. What we are seeing online is just a one-sided attack when the haters go for a revenge, but there's always another side, which is when the farmers are also going after the haters. Also remember that yesterday, 25 girls from northern part of Nigeria were kidnapped in school. American government have already started spreading misinformation that those kidnapped girls were Christians. Look what they are saying. I'm not making this up. And these are some of the victims. So to wrap everything I said and to...
So now those kidnapped girls, can you show all of them and give us the percentage of those that were Christians and those that were Muslims? If you bring the percentage, if 20 girls were kidnapped and maybe 10, maybe 5 were Muslims and 15 were Christians, are you going to say they were all Muslims? And even that particular news you are reporting, that man have openly said that there are also Muslims among them. But what is the issue about Muslim and Christians and all these things that you cow-brainish people are talking about? We're talking about human beings here. These people are just shameless. Human beings are people that have been kidnapped. And who are the people kidnapping them? Who is kidnapping them? Muslims. No Christian kidnapping, no. Muslims kidnapping them. You bloody fool. bloody fool.
So to wrap everything I said and to cut the video short, please and please, we should stop throwing stones at each other. We all know the truth. These terrorists are after every Nigerian. Their style of attack is not on Christians alone. Nigeria is our home. These externals you are trying to invite.
Nigeria is not your home, you bloody fool. Nigeria is not your home. Go to the Sahel where you belong, you shameless cattle. Nigeria is not your home, and you know it. I don't know why I'm spending so much time on a cowish home.
This clueless government.
I don't know why. I don't know why. Now listen to this exposition. Oh my God, a lot of crying everywhere. That's the video. I want you to listen to this. What Galadima was saying here on Arise.
And I will reveal.
Galadima, this man was Buhari's friend, and he was in Buhari's government. He said, we brought Buhari. We brought Buhari came to politics to protect Fulani. You know, we thought Buhari came to protect Fulani structure in Kwara State. Buba Galadima. Okay, I don't know that they didn't write that thing up well, but let me play the video. The video will do well to explain it. I don't know who wrote that thing. Maybe it's another cow that wrote it. Anyway, listen.
Some of us who recruited him into politics had a mission. And I will reveal that mission today. General Buhari came into politics. It wasn't his province. He never liked politicians because he believed we are fake and that we don't mean what we say. But there was an incident that made some of us to recruit him, convince him, and use the other people to convince him to join politics. And even though we had our own agenda, because in 1999 and 2000, the OPC was on rampage in some parts of the country, especially Southwest, and have inconvenienced a lot of people from this part of the country. And to the extent that they mobilized over 500 vehicles to come and invade Ilorin with the sole aim of uprooting what they called Fulani structures in Ilorin. And we
see, OPC was ready to uproot Fulani structure in Ilorin. Then these people brought in Buhari to stop OPC. Now listen.
Fulani structures in Ilorin. And we felt that was too much. And Obasanjo was doing nothing. President Obasanjo was doing nothing. President Bola Tinubu, then governor of Lagos, was doing nothing. And some of us felt that those group of people were being encouraged by their leaders in position of authority. So how do we stop that? And I called a meeting in Kaduna at Alhaji Bashir Al-Hatu's house in a place called Unguan Kaji, directly opposite the house of General Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida. And some of those we invited included Alhaji Wadanas, Professor Yadudu, Bashir Al-Hatu himself, Alhaji Yahya Sulehama, and a host of others, about 34 of us. And we sat down to reason. How do we save our people from this OPC menace? So we said, I suggested that we have to, because you remove government through only two ways: the ballot of through the barrel of the gun and through the ballot box. And they said it was impossible to challenge General Obasanjo. That was how Buhari came to our mind. And when he was approached, he had a very unkind words for politicians. But since he didn't say he was not doing, we still pursued him. To cut long story short, we achieved our first purpose of putting a brake to what OPC was doing, because immediately Buhari joined partisan politics, and we had a very big outing in Daura to initiate him into politics. The Obasanjo government became restive and was shaken to its bone marrow, and because those were some of his our thinking. So Obasanjo had to really checkmate the OPC. So for that reason, we have achieved our first purpose of bringing General Buhari into partisan politics. So the remaining now is history. They wanted to dismantle, as what is happening across the country now. They wanted to dismantle his platform of ANPP, APC, ANPP. And we made a counter platform by establishing the Buhari Organization, TBO, which we used as a platform for promoting his political ideals. Of course.
Are you seeing that? I don't know. I don't need to waste time there because my time is already up. You see that? They brought in Buhari. He's admitting it on camera now that they brought in Buhari to do the job of planting Fulani and making sure that Fulani reigns supreme. Now Buhari did his job. Look at this video. I want to see this video. This was in church while they were live yesterday. Live in church. Some of these people are no longer alive. Some of these people are no longer alive. Look at that. While they were having a live meeting, all of a sudden, you can hear the gunshot. Babies, look at them. All of a sudden, look at that. Tell me who will save this old woman now? Who will save this old woman? All of a sudden, people were in church. I can't show the rest of the video because of community guideline. All of a sudden, attack in the church. What the video, I shared it, and now every one of them are crying. That Tinubu. Look at that. This one is also crying. Afonja. They're all crying now. When we talk, they'll tell you Igbo, Igbo, Igbo. Now look at them. All of them are crying now.
This message is for my president, President Tinubu. President Tinubu, I think it is time for you to resign now. How do you feel comfortable being president over a failed nation? How do you feel comfortable being president over kidnapping, over genocide, over losing? We are losing our gallant soldiers. How do you feel, president, over failing democracy? How do you feel being president over failing judiciary? President Tinubu, if you genuinely love Nigeria, it is time for you to resign now. President Tinubu, resign honorably now. You are not capable enough to rule our nation at this junction. Things are getting bad. Our children are getting kidnapped. People are dying every day. No hospitals, no good roads, poverty everywhere, hardship everywhere. President Tinubu, I beg you, please, it is time for you to go.
Now, resign and hand over to who? Now, see, some of these people don't even have sense. Resign and hand over to who? It's also Dr. Tinubu, it is time for you to let us negotiate this Nigeria. Now that you have the power is in your hand now. You have the authority for us to negotiate Nigeria. All these people that want to bring mayhem on people, separate everything. Make everybody go, jeje. As you see there alive, you are the last man standing. You were able, you succeeded in stealing it. Let it be that you stole it to divide it. Tinubu, you can become a Robin Hood for every one of us. That's the only thing you people shall be saying. You can start a hashtag, Tinubu, become a Robin Hood for all of us. As you have already stolen the presidency as a jaga bandit that you are, Oya, now divide it. Divide it, because you cannot hand over. Are you handing over to Peter Obi to do what? Are you handing over to you, Afonja? Hand over to you. What will you do? Nobody can rule Nigeria. Nigeria must divide if anybody will be alive. I am Vam, acting Minister of Information, Biafra Republic Government in Exile. I will always be here debunking all your lies and speaking truth to everybody for them to see. Divide Nigeria is the only hope and salvation that you have. Not handover. Nobody can rule Nigeria. Jesus Christ will not rule Nigeria. Even if you hand it over to him, Jesus Christ will tell you, Nigeria, to rule Nigeria, no, Nigeria is evil. Divide. Then I will be able to rule the people differently. But for Nigeria, oh yeah, everybody, oh, I'm there. Day one, I am Vam. I'll leave it here until I see you guys in my next video. Airborne! We don't have time even to pray. My time is up anyway. Thank you, mommy. Thank you.
ezi onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, Chukwu okike abịa ma bụ onye anyị na-efe na-agọzi aha nsọ ya, onye ọbụla ya na-achị, onye mmụọ na mmadụ na-erubere isi, onye ọbụla ya bụ ọkaka. Ụbọchị ene ka anyị na-etuga eze ebube dị ngọzi, mmalite na ọgwụgwụ, ndị gboo wee tụọ gị ebighị ebi, onye nwe m, ụmụ gị wee gbakọọ n'ụwa niile iwe na ozi ọma nke gị onwe gị n'ezi ha.